Hola guys, happy Tuesday. And let me tell y'all, it has been an emotional wreck of a day. You guys, my luck never changes, okay? It's just one ridiculous thing after another. But you know the saying, God don't like ugly? Well, maybe he don't. And maybe because I was ugly-ish today, something really stupid happened to me, and then I had ugly-ish happen to me. Let's start, shall we? Okay. So today, we went to get little dude's haircut. On the way back, he wanted to stop off, and I did too, at Thrift Town just to have a sneak a peekaloo, see if they were having a back to school sale, see if there was anything there that might pique his interest, because Thrift Town is really good for Nike and Adidas and that kind of stuff, hoodies and the kind of stuff that he really likes. I finally broke down and said, okay, fine, if you want hoodies, get some friggin' hoodies, even though it's 107 degrees. But it's a teenage thing. They don't feel the heat. But anyway, I was just curious. We've hit every mall within a 30-mile radius, and every outlet, and every Burlington, and every Ross, and you've heard me say he picked out a few things, but a little extra wouldn't hurt. At least I don't think so. Just to have some variety. So we went to Thrift Town, and while we're at Thrift Town, he had found some little, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like Boy Scout utility kind of thing that he really liked and he really wanted. It's a little bigger than the one he actually got in Boy Scouts. So I was like, sure, fine. He was carrying it around when he found some jeans that he would like and wanted to try on. So he goes into the dressing room, takes a little utility whatever thing with him, and forgets it and leaves it in the dressing room. Well, he comes out and he says, I forgot the thingy in the dressing room. I left it on the top of the little shelf. And I'm like, well, you're gonna have to ask one of the staff to come and unlock the thingy for you again, because they keep the fitting rooms closed because people be jacking and ganking and lifting out of the thrift store. And he wouldn't. Okay, so he wouldn't. And when I saw that he wasn't gonna, and I know he struggles with social interaction, I know he does, but it's he's gotten to the age where he needs to practice that more. And he's made some strides in regards to social interaction, like holding doors open for women. When someone says, hi, how are you doing? Saying good, thank you, that kind of thing. I noticed when we were out and about at the malls and stuff. And so I'm like, he's making strides. He's doing pretty well. He's doing way better, which is good because he's 14 years old. So when I realized he's not going to go ask staff to unlock the thingy, I insisted that he do it. Now, he is really wanting this thingy. And I said, look, dude, if you don't go ask someone to unlock that dressing room for you, somebody's going to go in there and find it, or they're just going to put it back. I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for you. I said, you're old enough now, I've seen it for myself, to ask for assistance. And this is one of the big things for me and his teachers and his counselors when we're doing his ARDs, is he does not, and it's all due, I know it's all due to his autism, he does not ask for assistance when he needs it. Well, that's not going to work in the real world. So I was encouraging him, I encourage, he says I force. I was encouraging him to go ask staff, and he wouldn't. So I'm like, well, then you can stand by the dressing rooms and see if somebody goes into that dressing room and say, excuse me, I left something in there, or we can move on. I'm not going to worry about it. And I felt bad. Don't get me wrong. I felt bad about it because I could see the anxiety. He really wanted this little thing, but the little thing was so insignificant. It's not like he needs the little thing. But I felt bad because I knew I wasn't going to ask staff to open the dressing room. I knew I wasn't going to do it for him. So I was feeling a little guilty because I knew where I was going with it. And we walked around a good 10 minutes. And this kid will not. He's like, if you have autistic children, some autistic children begin to stim. They'll either flap or they'll tap or they'll, some will play with their hair. It's a form of soothing. Now, he tends to tap. He'll do this. And this is how I know that he's anxious. And it breaks my heart as an autism mom to see this, but I'm not helping him by speaking for him. I'm not, okay? When he was younger, yeah. But I'm not helping him at 14 to run to the rescue every time over something so, and I'm not going to say insignificant and so simple, because I understand it's not simple for an autistic child with social interaction issues to just go up to somebody, hey, I need help. I get it. But like I said, I'm not doing him any favors by speaking for him all the time. So we walked around a good 10-15 minutes and he's doing the tappy thing, and it's hurting me to watch, but I'm like, are you going to go ask someone for assistance or not? He attempted twice, and when he started walking towards an employee, they would walk away because it was a little busy. And he'd come back like, they walked away. I said, well, baby, go up to them and say, excuse me, I left something in this dressing room. Can I get it? And he couldn't, guys. He couldn't. I finally got so frustrated. And I didn't get frustrated at him. I got frustrated at autism. I hate autism. I hate it. It limits my child. It hurts my child. It panics my child. It scares my child. I hate it. I hate it. And I was getting frustrated with autism. But he doesn't understand this. And I finally told him, I said, look, I said, you need to ask for help. We've talked about this. We've all, teachers, counselors, we've all spoken to you about this. If you really want what you left in that dressing room and you need somebody to assist you to get in there, you have got to go up to one of these employees, ask them for help, get whatever it is that you need. He was struggling, guys. He was struggling, and I was so frustrated. I'm like, look, I get it. I understand this is part of your autism, but you know what? The world doesn't care. The world is not going to stop because you have autism. The world is not going to be considerate of your autism. You have got to make the rules. Autism don't run nothing. You make the rules for yourself, and I make the rules, okay? You need to do this. So he goes. Mind you, it's like 25 minutes of him just really, and it was obvious he was hoping I would go ask, of him just really struggling. It's such a struggle, you guys. It's hard to watch. If you don't know, or if you don't have an autistic child, and all autistic children are different, their levels of anxiety and how they cope are different. But anxiety is a big part for a lot of them, especially kids with social issue, and it's so hard to watch him struggle with just going up to someone and speaking to them. It's so hard, but he did it. And because I was so frustrated, like grinding my teeth, like just because I didn't want to yell at him, but I was so frustrated with this autism mess just messing with him. So he finally goes, and I'm kind of watching. I stayed way at the back of the store, and I'm watching him between the aisles, and I see him slowly creep up to the lady who was actually opening up one of the dressing rooms for somebody. And he goes, he puts his head down. It's hard for him to look people in the face, but he kind of has he wasn't all the way down like he usually is. He was kind of like, I'm pretty sure, doing this. And he asked, and she opens the door, and then he comes out, and then he rushes back. And I was so proud, but I didn't want to act like I was overly, because he says it's cringe, Mom. Anytime I give him kisses or hugs or show any kind of affection now at 14, oh Mom, that is so cringe. So I didn't want to embarrass him. I had already stressed him out. Okay, I had already stressed him out with the, you need to do this, you need to overcome even just this little bit of something. I had already given him that whole speech, and I know he was already stressed out about having to have gone and done that, and then Mom's stressing out over here. I already knew. And you can't overwhelm my child, my autistic child. You can't overwhelm them like that. It's not a good thing. So he comes back. I said, okay, take it easy. I was so proud. I was beaming. Take it easy. Don't make a big deal. And then I said, you did it. That is so awesome. Yeah, because you forced me. I said, no, there you go again with this forced. I didn't force you. I encouraged you. I said, please understand. I'm not going to let autism control or rule over anything, and you shouldn't either. I know it's hard, dude. I know how hard it is. I do. But I would never expect you or ask you to do anything that would hurt you or that you couldn't bounce back from. I said I knew you could do it. So, you know, he goes and starts looking at clothes again and stuff like that. And then by the time he come back around with a couple pair of pants in his hand, he was back to normal. So when we left, I was like, I told him, I said, okay, I know you can see you're gonna say it's cringe or whatever. I said, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. I am really proud of you. I know how hard that was for you, but you friggin' did it. Screw you, autism. You did it. So we were good. And then we come home, and again, ugly. I step on Martin. I'm a big girl. He's a little cat. I stepped on his paw. This cat has this horrible habit of being where he's not supposed to be, or walking right behind you to where if you turn around, you're kind of stumbling and or kicking him, or you know, you end up, you know, hitting him or whatever with your feet or your legs. He has a horrible habit of following too close behind, or of running in front of you on the stairs. And I've been very, very close to taking a tumble, and it happened today. He was between the living room and the dining room. I had just walked back. He was eating when I walked by, and I was like, oh, let me turn around because I wanted a water bottle. I said, oh, let me grab me a water. And I turned around. He's right behind me. I stepped on the back of his little leg, and my first thought is, I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna friggin' break him. So I started teetering, and I had to grab onto the wall so I wouldn't fall, because my worst fear is falling right now with my back the way it is. So I got really mad. I said, oh my gosh, you're not gonna be happy until you friggin' kill me. This cat has been trying to kill me. And I was mad, and I'm yelling at the cat, and poor kitty's just looking at me like, and Caleb's looking at me like. So I'm like, oh my gosh, just again you're being a grumpy grouch. So that was that. And then a few hours later, I finished my water bottle and had to tingle. Okay, my son, my oldest, had come home from work, and he was in the shower downstairs, or had been in the shower downstairs. I don't remember hearing the shower on, but we have 2 bathrooms. So I made my way upstairs, did what I had to do, and on the way down, you guys, I don't know what happened. I fell down the stairs. I made it down the first little bit onto the landing, and when I got on the landing, I don't know what happened. I just remember falling. I remember hitting, but I don't remember seeing anything like the ceiling or the actual falling. I don't remember seeing the fall, but I fell, and I was just bouncing and bouncing, like on my back and my butt and my head. I hit my head. I have a knot right here. I hit my head on something, and then I'm wondering, is that why you can't remember the fall? I just remember the feel on my back, my butt, and my head. So my head hit something. I took down half of my picture frames, guys. Y'all know the gallery right here that I have in the hallway? I took down a cross. I took down some picture frames. I mean, everything that's on that first little set of stairs practically came down with me, and I finally landed at the bottom of the stairs in the living room, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And my ankle was screaming, my butt bone was screaming, and my right back where my ribs are was hurting. I'm like, oh gosh, tell me I just did not break a freaking rib or crack a rib, because I've had cracked ribs. So I pick myself up, and I can hear, I'm on the ground, and I'm trying to pick myself up, and I can hear my oldest in the bathroom right downstairs. Oh my God, what the hell was that? And he comes out of the bathroom, and by this point I had been able to pick myself up and sit on the last step on the stairs. And I'm like, I just fell. What do you mean just fell? That sounded terrible. I said, I just fell. My head was hurting so bad right here, all right here. Because I have the knot right here, but all this, like, did I hit my friggin' head? I don't know, like the front, because all of this was hurting. And I'm like, he's like, are you okay? I said, my ankle hurts. I said, my head hurts. I said, I hit my head. So he's shining his phone flashlight on me looking for blood. I'm like, there's no blood. It just hurts. Like, my head hurts. And so now my head, I have a knot, little one, right here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how or where I hit my head. I know that my back, my butt bone, my rib cage in the back was just the stairs. Bam, 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 bam. And then I think I must have I don't know, because when I ended up on the ground, when I like, duh, I was like in a little ball. So I don't know. And half of the stairwell came with me. But my worst fear, falling right now, happened. I don't remember my ankle twisting under me. I think I missed a step. I'm not sure. So this happens, and then I was ugly to my little one at Thrift Town. I was ugly to the cat at home. And now my oldest, my oldest tends to panic when he sees me in pain. Any situation where things are bad, he is the first one to run to help you. But emotionally, he goes into panic mode and he yells. He means no harm. He doesn't mean to. And I know it's panic because you can hear it. He doesn't mean to yell at you, but he's yelling at the situation. Just like I didn't mean to get grumpy with little dude. I was just yelling at autism. So he's yelling at what happened. And I know this because I raised them. Okay. When my big dude was a little one, he was my first kid. And your worst fear as a first mom is anything happening to your kids. So when something bad happens to them and you don't know what to do and you don't know how to fix it, and you kind of panic. At least I do. And this is just me in life in general. My initial reaction to any kind of situation is I get angry because I don't want to be sad and I don't want to be scared. I get angry. I'd rather be angry than scared or sad. I can't handle scared or sad. Angry, I feel like I'm more in control, even though you do come off like a butt. But this is how I raised, well, my big dude. My little dude I've raised him more tender because of his autism and all. But my big dude, I already know that he doesn't mean any harm. So I'm sitting there. This is why I don't want you going up and down the stairs. This is why I keep telling you to be careful. And I said, I did the old lady steps, which is one. I do the coming up and down. He goes, what were you doing upstairs? I said, I had to pee. Well, why didn't you knock on the door and tell me to get the hell out so you go to the bathroom? I said, I thought you were in the shower. Why was in the shower? You could have knocked anyway. So he's mad. He's mad that this happened. And I should have, and you should have, and you shouldn't have, and you should have. And like I said, I get it. He's in a panic. So but the whole time he's yelling, he's like, they're checking for blood and checking my head, and just sit there for a little while. Just sit there for a while. He's pulling my legs out. Can you move? Are you okay? Whatever. So he's helping. He's just in panic mode, like my mom just freaking fell down the stairs. And so eventually, after I told him, I think I can walk because my ankle stopped doing this, he walks me over to the sofa and I lie down, and he's still like, from this point forward, I don't care if you're in the shower running. I will get out of the shower. Don't you go upstairs unless you absolutely have to, unless it's bedtime. And he's yelling. He's like, and I'm sorry I'm yelling at you. I don't mean to. He goes, but I don't know how to fix this. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to make it better. And I don't know what I'm doing. And I knew it because I was the same way with him when he was little. When he'd bust his, little boys are always bumping into things and splitting lips and getting bumps in their heads and cutting themselves and slamming into things, falling off of skateboards. And it's like, I panicked because that's my baby and I don't know what to do. And he learned it from me. It wasn't until years later that I realized little boys survive their bumps and bruises. But by then it was too late. I think it was ingrained in his head that when bad things happen, you help. But you yell, you freak out, you panic. And I just feel so bad about that. But anyway, so I'm laying there and he's just like, from this point forward, don't do da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me go get you some ibuprofen. It's crazy because he's so upset. He's so stressed out. But he's getting me my ibuprofen and my water. And he's getting me an ice pack. But the whole time, da-da-da. And he's eventually, I think he hears himself just like I did when I used to do it. I don't mean to yell it because I started to cry, guys. It hurt. I was just so overwhelmed. Like, dude, I am in pain. My butt bone is hurting. My head hurts. I have a little knot coming up on my head. Did I crack a rib? And you're yelling at me. And it hurt my feelings. And I started to cry. He goes, now don't start crying. You don't need to cry. I said, well, you're friggin' yelling at me as if though it's my fault. I know it's not your fault. I know accidents happen. But and then again, he said, I'm just panicking right now. So I'm like, oh, my poor kid. It's just emotionally, it was just a crap day. Okay, it was just a very bizarre crap day. And now I'm in pain. Now I'm in pain again. Now my neck and my shoulder had been hurting, but it's hurting now. But that's not new. My neck and my shoulder's been hurting. My head hurts. Like here hurts. Just like a little pew right to the little egg. It hurts. I just have a headache. I have a headache, but my butt bone, you guys, my butt bone. Now, up until now, I'd had pain across my back, like my two little points, like butt cheek, like across here. I had pain right here, and then of course pain down my leg and in my hip, whatever, which I don't have right now, thank God, because we were waiting for, like, oh my God, what if whatever happened, whatever the shot is supposed to be healing, what if I just screwed myself up again? But I have not had that pain. Now, here my butt cheeks, right? Now it's the pain right here in the butt bone and over here. Butt bone, lower back, this side. And then this upper rib area kind of hurts. And my neck and shoulder. So it's all this. It's all bump, neck, shoulder, rib, butt bone, butt cheek. So all that hurts on my right side. But kitty cat's meowing out there, and the reason he's meowing and y'all might hear him is because I had to close the bedroom door, because just now I put little dude to bed and I'm coming in here and he's right there at the landing of the stair, well, the stairs, like when you're about to step down, he's right there. So if you're not paying attention, or if you're trying to go to the bathroom in the dark, he's right there. He likes to sleep in that spot for some reason. I'm telling you, I'm convinced he's trying to kill me. My butt bone hurt so bad, guys. I was just so like, oh, are you friggin' kidding me? Are you kidding me? Was it payback for the ugly? Did I put bad energy out there and the energy just kind of whoosh came back at me? Does somebody have a little fat voodoo doll of me and they just threw it down onto the ground? I don't know. I was talking to my sister and she's like, you need a limpia. For those of you that don't know what that is, my non-Latinos, it's a cleansing. And I'm like, I wonder if my mom remembers how to do one. She does one with the egg. Ask a Mexican, ask a Latino, okay? An egg, ask a Latino. It's curo de ojo, curo de susto. It's all these cures, okay? All these cleanses. And she's like, Mel, you need a cleanse. I said, I wonder if mommy remembers how to do the egg one. But, yeah, I started talking to her, because we were trying to keep me awake. Big dude was so afraid of me falling asleep, but I'm not sleepy. I haven't been drowsy. I didn't hit my head to the point where I'm like, ugh, or nothing like that. It just, somehow I hit my head on something, and I got a little robin's egg, a little blue jay egg up here. But oh, and I got carpet burn on my back where my rib hurts. I got carpet burn. So bam, 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 bam down the stairs. I got carpet burn. But anywho, prior to all of that, the day itself was okay. After we got his haircut, like I said, we went to Thrift Town. And yeah, leave it to me to come on here and talk about me falling down the freaking stairs and then end with a haul. But that's what we're going to do. We went to Thrift Town, and little dude, he didn't need any jeans. But like I said, if he found some stuff that he likes. And it's so funny because all the times we were at the malls, and he just found very few new things that he really liked. But then we go to the thrift store, and he like, quick, he finds something he likes. There were some shirts he liked, but he was like, no, I already have something like that, blah blah blah. But the jeans, I think, are his thing, which is what surprised me at the mall, that he only bought one pair. But let me show you guys, for those of you that are interested. We can call this our back to school haul of it all. He found about 3 pairs of jeans, and then I found something I had been needing. I ain't even been to the water park this year, guys. The water park shuts down in my area in about 3 weeks. I haven't been once because I was scared of walking and slipping and falling. But when I was going through my swim things, I have this really cute swim top, but I didn't have a bottom. And the top is brown and white, and I needed a brown bottom. And I'm not going to wear underpant bottoms with these, you know, thunder thighs, with these hail damaged thighs. Nah, ain't gonna happen. But I found this cute little brown swimsuit with a skirt overlay. So stinking cute. Y'all know I'm cheap, for me anyway. It was $6.49. Pink tag was 60% off. I didn't find any pink tags, but what are the odds of finding a brown bottom at a thrift store? Brown? Who wears brown in a swimsuit? I do. So I grabbed that for me. And then, oh, I found these. I think they're adorable. They're these iron keys. And I currently have lock and key metal decor on my walls. And since there's 3 of us, I have 3 heart lock and key thingies. And I thought this was cool because there's 3 of them. See, there's the longest one, which is me. There's the shorter one, which is my big dude. And then there's a little one, which is my little dude. So anything in 3s, and because they are the keys to my heart, I'm drawn to this kind of stuff. So I couldn't resist this. And it was $2.99. So grab those. And now, these need to go in the washer tomorrow. He just found some dark wash denim. They're allowing tears this year as long as the tear is not as big as your hand and above the knee. Last year, you couldn't have any tears big as your hand that showed skin. This year, because it's from the knee down, they don't care about the skin. As long as it's from the knee down, they don't care. But knee up, not allowed. I guess people were pushing it with the thigh meat showing. Maybe these naughty little girls wanting to show their thigh squish. But it says dark wash pair of jeans, and they were $6.49. He likes the dark wash. I've noticed that. He really liked these. They're these light wash with a pinstripe. They look kind of distressed and like paint brushed, and he really liked these. And what's funny is when I had first walked by there with him, I saw these on the rack, and I almost pulled him to be like, hey, what about these? But I'm like, no, let him do his thing. And then he come around the corner with them. I'm like, okay, I know him somewhat. I still know him a little bit. And those are $8.99. And then, hey, oh, and then this pair. This is a really nice pair of jeans. Another mid-wash, kind of dark, but not dark. Has whiskering. He really likes the whiskering. These are just a nice dark wash jean wide leg that I think is going to sit nice on top of his new shoes. And these were $10.49. So the new stuff he got, like I said, he really was not into much of anything. He found stuff at Champs and Foot Locker, and then at Burlington. So I don't know if this was Champs or Foot Locker, but he got this. Where's the thingy? He got this Champion hoodie. This is Champion on the sleeve. And like I said, I gave in to his non-feeling of the heat by just letting him get this. He likes it because it's pretty basic. But Champion, apparently, I don't know about where y'all live, but around here, this is the thing. And what's funny, when I was growing up, Champion was like the knockoff. Like if you couldn't afford Reebok, if you couldn't afford, what was the other thing that was popular? Fila. If you couldn't afford Adidas, you got Champion. Like they were like the knockoff shoes. They were like the poor kid shoes. And now it's very, very trendy, at least around here. So he got that new, I'm putting it over there with the dirty, so I need to wash all this stuff anyway, because you don't know, you never know. But he got that, and I don't remember how much this was. I think it was on sale, and I don't remember where we got it. I think we might have got that at Champs, I'm not sure. These are the jeans he picked up at Burlington. See how dark they are? He really likes dark wash. They're Levi's. He really likes Levi's too. He's pretty, I've noticed he gravitates towards Levi's. So it's this nice dark wash. And then he surprised me because all of a sudden he wanted running pants. And I think I may have mentioned that to you. He loves Adidas. He likes Nike, but I think he likes the style of Nike, but I think he likes the feel of Adidas. And he wanted these pinstripey pantaloons. So we picked those up at Foot Locker, I think. And then the jacket, it's not an exact match, but we couldn't find the exact match jacket in his size, so he decided he would do a hoodie. So he got that with the stripies. And then the only other thing he picked up were his Dane shoes. Now, like I said, to each their own. It's his foot, but I would have preferred the black and red variety of black and red ones that he had initially looked at. But this is the Jordan he picked. Just the black Jordan. I'm like, your feet are gonna roast, kid. But it's a good shoe. I know it's gonna last a while. I got it big enough for him to wear at least to the end of the year. And I still want to get him another pair of shoes, just to have something to swap out with, you know, maybe a lighter color, something with white in it. And then I'm gonna have to get him some, well, we'll see how the tryouts go for track. I'll have to get him some running shoes. But that's his little haul. And then right before we came home, we stopped off at Black Friday because we'd never been on a Tuesday, and Tuesday is $1 day. And I found a couple of things. I found one of these. I had actually ordered these on Temu. It's the potato, and I waited too long to plant potatoes this year, but it's the potato bucket. I have two smaller ones, a little bit smaller than this one that I got from Temu, and it has a little Velcro hatch. And this is where you stick your hand in and get all the taters out. So I was like, for $1, I know I didn't pay that much on Temu for the ones I had, but I got that. I got yards and yards and yards of this mock bloody drapey Halloween stuff. So cool. I like it. It's got bunches and bunches and bunches of that. And then this big inflatable ball, and you guys, I kid you not, before I fell down the freaking stairs, I saw this and I'm like, you know, we were using this in therapy for my shoulder, and he actually said that it's good for back issues, these types of balls. We would eventually have moved on to that had therapy took with me, but it's not inflated, but it's one of these big old yoga therapy balls. For $1, you know, these ain't $1, so I went ahead and grabbed that. But that's it. Little dude looked around and around and around. The thing with dollar days and 50-cent days, this is pretty picked over. I mean, there's hardly anything left, but you'd be surprised. You can come across some things you didn't think you wanted, you didn't think you needed. But come on, all these yards and yards and yards of disgusting Halloweenery. Gotta have that. But that's all we did, and we came home and everything that happened. But I don't know. I felt like talking to y'all. I felt like venting to y'all, sharing with y'all, whining to y'all, because y'all know I'm good at that. But I'm tired. I'm not too scared to go to sleep. You know, they say if you hit your head, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep. But I'm not sleepy. I'm tired. I'm tired. My body hurts. So I'm going to lie down and watch some movies. You guys, I watched Hidden Figures yesterday, and I really liked it. I really did. I hate to admit that I'm a little dumb, so I didn't catch all of it, but I just really liked it. I liked it. I wish I understood the math of it. I think it would be fascinating to understand the math. I think I would really have enjoyed it more, but me and numbers, But it was a really good movie. And then I watched Fences. I did not like Fences. Fences was good. I didn't like the characters. Denzel's character, I love Denzel, but Denzel's character, I hated him. He talked too friggin' much. He complained too freaking much. Poor me. He was a jerk. I couldn't stand that man. And then Viola, I love Viola. And I know this was in another time and all that, but her character as a woman, she just irked my soul. I'm like, you put up with this man's everything, and then you're gonna raise his baby with another woman. I mean, I kind of get that because the baby's innocent, and I probably would have done the same thing. I ain't gonna lie about that. Don't give me no baby, because you ain't gonna get it back. I get that, and I thought that was wonderful of her. And then when she explains how and why she was able to do it, I totally get it. But the fact that she took this man's crap for so long just irked my soul. So I did not like Fences. I liked Fences, but I didn't like Fences. Am I making sense? So tonight, because I'm still not really sleeping, guys. I'm still not really sleeping. I cannot sleep. I'm going to watch Palms, where Diane Keaton gets all these little ladies in a senior center to become a cheerleading squad. I'm going to watch Palms. And then because I watched Kevin Costner yesterday, I was like, what other Kevin Costner movies do I have? I haven't watched Robin Hood in forever, so I'm going to watch Robin Hood. And I know I'll be awake long enough. So, I probably should have taken a muscle relaxer just to ebb off anything that I will feel in the morning, but I don't trust it with the knot on my conga. I don't want to take anything that might knock me out, like, you know, that I don't wake up from. But it ain't that bad, guys. I got beat up, okay? My house beat me up. And it's not the first time I've fallen down those stairs. Since I've lived here, we've lived here 25 years. I have fallen down those stairs at least 4 times. On my gallery, in my gallery, I fell somehow. I missed a step. I tend to miss steps. I fell from the top stairs down, like face planted into the wall, and there is a dent in the sheetrock in my wall that I currently have hidden by a picture frame where my head hit. And I remember that day because I hit the wall and I saw stars. I saw lots and lots of sparklies, and the back of my neck just burned, like my head went back. My neck hurt for like a week or 2 after that. I had a big old knot right here, and I was dizzy, and I was by myself that day. I remember I was by myself, and I kept like, am I gonna pass out? Because I kept seeing sparkly. But I've fallen down those stairs quite a few times. Thankfully I haven't broken anything. But yeah, this house don't like me. Maybe the house needs to be blessed again. I don't know. Maybe my clumsy feet need to be blessed. I don't know. But you guys, I'm going on and on. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. Tomorrow, we're going to go get little dude's physical for track. Did I say he joined track? Did I already say that? Yeah. So we're going to go get his physical early and then come home. And I'm probably going to wrap myself in bubble wrap and just sit still somewhere. Let me let this kitty cat in because it's bedtime and he wants to lie down with mama, even though he wants to kill me every couple of days. But I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys had a good Monday and Tuesday, and I hope you guys have an incredible week until I see you guys again. Stay safe and stay loved, and let everybody that you love know that you love them. And watch your footing and watch yourself on stairs and hold the guardrails. And I will talk to you guys soon. Love you bunches. Bye.